Hey all, I just wanted to make a quick preface to this video. So it turns out in my hurry to record it, I had so the way I record things, I guess I can't show you now because I'm in the middle of recording. But if I were to drop down this profile here, I basically have profiles set up for most of the common resolutions that I use for recording because there's a lot of games in 640 by 480 or by 600, and instead of constantly having to change the display settings each time I record, I just have a bunch of identical profiles set up where the only difference is the screen dimensions that I'm recording of, because it doesn't make sense to record 4K video when the area you're recording is only 640 by 480. However, one that I think I used it for the Perry Roden series. It was just close enough that in me selecting a profile, I thought it was the 4K profile, and it's actually not. So, uh, in this video, the left and right sides of the screen are going to be cut off. I don't think there's generally too much that's happening there. Most of what's going on in the center, there is a little bit where I'm trying to find the magazines on the carrier. I guess I spend some time over on the right hand side of the screen there. Um, but other than that, I think most of the action is still visible. So I'm just going to upload the video as is. So if you're wondering why it looks a little different, that's why. Because it was basically recording at a 4:3 aspect ratio for 4K instead of, a 16:9 aspect ratio for 4K. So, but yeah, other than that, we actually do some work this time, and I deleted that profile since I believe the only one that has ever used that profile was the Perry Roden game. So hopefully that won't be an issue in the future, because I should be able to clearly see the difference between a 2K, because the next profile up is 2K, so I should be able to see 2K from 4K. But yeah, just wanted to put that out there, make sure there's no confusion, and obviously next week I fully expect the regular 4K to to be the profile used. So with that, let's get to the actual video, and sorry for the goof, and thank you for your time. Hello, excuse me. Ooh. Hello and welcome back to Let's Build the 200 subscribers scenario special thingamajig. So today, we're going to be working on the Chinese side a bit. So first off, what I need to do is, because I actually had an error going into when I loaded the scenario. Apparently, flight size 1. There we go. So I guess that default flight size at 2 was causing issues because um uh you know what, we can change that too just to make it a little less professional. But basically I got a pop-up saying, hey, your minimum flight size is higher than the actual number of flight sizes we can put up, so no one's gonna fly. So we can at least fix that out of the way. um The second order of business I do want to do is, we have the Chinese fighters here. Um, let's see, what did I want to do here? I basically want this to immediately, oh, sorry, set this to triggered with an immediate takeoff time. So well, I was looking at the wrong, okay, immediate takeoff time of 228. So they will basically go out there and try to immediately seize control of this airspace, since my original plan for doing a completely coordinated push is thrown out by this stupid destroyer. I suppose I could clone them and try to reintegrate them, but then I'd have to reintegrate the into the task force and reset the positions for that, and it's just nah, I'm good. We're just gonna run with it at this point. Are these guys on? They are on maritime first strike. Okay, I don't know why they're at 0 knots, but whatever. So the other thing I do want to do today is let us make a new package that we will call Second Strike. And it's going to be a strike. Anti-surface warfare strike, parent pool. I don't want any of those as a parent pool. Okay, I guess we're going to do it as a mission then. Second strike. So hopefully this will work out. But basically what we're going to do is we are going to eliminate ships from this. Oh, these are satellites. Okay, let's get rid of those. First, I thought this was like a tow missile, you know, or some sort of heavy anti-tank missile kind of on a tripod or something. Okay, so we're going to add these guys. Let's just add all of them. Let's ignore the carrier stuff. I'm going to make that a separate strike. This is all going to be land-based. The IL-78s. We'll see where they're needed after we run a sim a few times. I'm not sure units are going to be up in the air long enough to actually need a tanker yet. That's on the Shandong. Those are all on the Shandong. Now these are... And now we're getting into stuff that is land-based. Let's see what else we have here. It's area surveillance. I will need to add electronic warfare. I think that's on the Shandong. So these guys are going to be part of it. No, okay. Deal with that later. I hope they can be automatically like taken in as part of the electronic warfare element. And then we gotta go all the way down. I gotta find where the remember those SSMs way at the beginning? Yeah, we gotta find those now. Here they are. Okay, so I think, no, it's fine. I might have to do this as a package after all, but maybe I should have made this a task pool, not a I don't know. We'll find out. It's been 2 weeks though, so we'll figure it out. So now if we eliminate that, I think that gives us all the non-carrier based aircraft that are going to participate as part of the strike. So, mission settings. Let's not enforce the flight size, but we will. F4 is fine. No preferences. Radar. It's fine. Ooh, that's cool. There's automatically options to do a multi-axis attack. we're going to do a multi-axis simultaneous time on target. Split distance. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, there we go. I can't change the split distance, apparently. One time only. Auto generation by mission. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Now escorts. So these are the shooters, which flight size 1. Okay, yeah, so this should automatically recognize them as offensive warfare. And as for the time on target, let's set that to it is 2:30 Zulu. Let's try to set it for 7:30 Zulu. Because my hope is the hypersonic missiles are they're just gonna get there. It'll be like 15 minutes. The cruise missiles are a different matter, though. Those will take significantly longer. So my hope is that this is enough time for all the aircraft to take off, get to the launch points for the cruise missiles to actually launch, and get to the target at around the same time. So as far as targets go, we will let's see. It sees these all as Luke. Oh, it does recognize the Enterprise there. It also sees that. So we're gonna put these units on, and then uh-oh. I did a thing. Okay. I think it just changed the mission I was looking at. So these are the targets. I don't think... It's not letting me set the priority, so I guess I'll just do that by setting this at the top. Yeah, there's First Strike, which might be under... Oh yeah, here. So there you go. These should all be inherited. Yeah, so I'm not too worried about that. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to say it's triggered as well. And now what I'm going to do is we are going to save for changes. And I do just want to run this out for a little bit and see what happens. See if we... what actually goes on. I'll switch to... Actually, I'm going to switch to the United States here for this. Because I want to make sure they're... Okay, this feels like it's not running. That's because it's not running! Aha, who could have guessed? Okay, so... Let's load. See if that fixes it. I hate that the cancel is on the right. That always messes with me. Still not working. Alright, I wish there was, like, some sort of error that would give you as to why it's not running. It's like, I could see it's supposed to be running. And surely it knows that. But it's not giving me an error, so I'll try one more thing, and if that doesn't work, then I guess this will just be an early close while I figure out what the hell is actually going wrong with this. Alright, we are back, so I rebooted CMO. Let's see if it works now. Oh. Okay, I think it's working now. Yep, okay, they're moving. Yeah, I don't know what causes that, but alright, let's go 15x. I'm not really interested in specific results at this time. I just want to see that things are working. So you should be triggered. You should be triggered. You should be triggered. You should be triggered. The fighter wing. Trigger. And you know what? We're just going to trigger all of these at the moment, because why not? Whee! That'll make things happen. Oh, what do we got going on here? Alright. Not worried too much about stealth. Well, these are all sentry. We've got fighters coming up. Or no, those are the these are still the helicopters taking off. But hey, that clears the flight deck at least. Meanwhile, from the Chinese side, what we got going on? Okay, they've launched their gajillion missiles. These two groups are still putzing about. They've launched... Damn it, I thought I fixed that. I'll have to take another look. But I want to keep from having... Okay, we have ASW and AEW. So the ASW is fine, I just want to... We do not need 3 AEW helicopters up in the air at one time. I do not see anyone else taking off at this time. Let's see. Aircraft 56 of 56. Let's see. Chinese fighters. Oh, we have to probably trigger the whole group. Second strike is triggered, so they should be taking off. But they're way okay. Here they are. Yep, we have. Oh, these are okay. So that's the Eland. This is the Eland support. But 3-3. Who's left? Okay, more Eland, I guess. Where did I put those bombers? Oh man, there's so much China. Is it up here? Here. This is probably where they are, right? Yeah. I just gotta figure out now why that's not working. Second strike active, triggered, mission settings. Reduce that to 2. No targets available. Fuck it, I'll make a separate mission for them. I am not going to... How are no targets available? I wonder if it's messed up because they don't have any, like, offensive capability. Like, they have the ASBM and all, but, they do not actually have, there. Let's unassign that. And now, alright, hit play again. Ideally, now they should be, or that's right, they might not necessarily launch immediately because of the delay. Everyone fucking else should be launching though. Okay, they're on second strike. Alright, let's go to the operation planner and see what's going on here. I know we've had issues in the past. Frontal air superiority triggered, active. Why are you not doing anything? Task pool is active for the fighters. Oh, I vaguely remember there was a thing I had to do. Oh, right, dynamic. Oh, they're all unassigned. So I guess I'll just assign them all. Whatever. There we go. That should get things rolling there now. Okay, now we see some of these other groups are launching. I'm going to switch back to the US side. And, because one of these guys should have more sensors. Yeah, I gotta fix that eventually. And do we have... Yes, that's the other thing is... Do we have a launch on fighter aircraft? No. So I have to edit that too. Mission editor should be fine for this. Enterprise Fighter Wing. You are... Oh, I forgot to trigger them. Wait, what? Is it triggered? There we go. Now you're active triggered. They're already dynamic, so hopefully that's enough. No, I think that's just a holdover from the frontal air superiority mission. So we'll just fuck it. And Come on. It's always such a struggle. Eventually I'll get this figured out. Takeoff time now. Oh, it's not even the right thing. Come on. Oh, their takeoff time is, there we go. That should finally get their flipping stuff in gear. Of course, I did not change the takeoff time for the task pool, which may be affecting that. So let's just clear and set it to 2. Yeah, close enough. That should have meet. There we go. There we go. Okay, now they're scrambling. And if we switch over to the Chinese side, we should hopefully finally see scrambling happening here too. Oh yeah, there they are. So again, I'm not too... Okay, they're just detecting the ospreys. I didn't recognize the terminology there for the ospreys, so I thought maybe those were like sonar buoys that they were detecting, which would have been wild. So what I will do too is we can... I won't remember this for next time probably, but we can shift the time on target down by, let's say, 2 hours and see if that's going to be enough time to get if that'll make like these units pop up. Because right now they're just parked. They aren't staging or anything. Active triggered. Yeah, so. Alright. Where did my, I thought I enabled the, you know what? Airfield retaliation triggered. I gotta trigger all of these independently. There, now we should see a lot more missiles flying. Unless they already used them all on the, they already used them all on the ship. Okay. So, unfortunately, that's gonna... Even though they won't have detected the missiles by that point, I'm going to have to immediately trigger those. Because otherwise, despite the fact that I thought I went through and changed the WRAs so they wouldn't use the Tomahawks on ships, they still just dump them all on the ships at the first opportunity, which I do not like. But it looks like what we're seeing is generally about what we would expect. The basically the Chinese are getting pounced on. The fleet is being successfully defended. All right, we got fighters airborne. I'm going to be curious. Yeah, because these guys are all heading in now. So I'll be curious to see. All right. Let's see if my poor computer can handle it. Step it up the flame. Okay. Close and resume. Yeah, so that first group is just getting bonked. They see these. I know they see them. But we're not seeing interceptions. But then again, okay, there they are. Now we've got interceptions coming out. They lost a nut. They lost a boat there. Oh, yep, there's another one. Probably one more. Yep. And please pardon my UPS as it's doing its monthly test. Unfortunately, they couldn't stop. The ships all got like these last couple missiles off, which I don't know why they weren't in their opening volleys, but no, actually that's good. This is what they were supposed to do. Because these, I think, are now all timed to kind of come. Well, now you have an attack on 3 different axes. They're being shot down, but this is kind of the multi-axis attack that I wanted originally. Okay, those must be fighters turning around. Because I don't think I've ever seen the game run close and resume. Yeah, gaining in speed, yeah. I was gonna say, in theory, you should be able to bring a missile around using the command data link for another attack, but in practice, probably not. Alright, so they've basically defeated the missile attack. They're sending more missiles that they honestly should have just opened with. Off the chain settings to see why they didn't. What I am kind of curious to see here now, though, is I want to see some of the first dogfights between the U.S. fighters and the Chinese fighters. As you can see, they're sending out a lot. Now, granted, only maybe about 2/3 of the Chinese force is a threat. Obviously, the flanker copies, the J-10s, their F-35 knockoffs, and their stealth interceptors, those are all going to be a big deal. But I think there's some older aircraft in the mix, too, that, excuse me, that might not be as potent. Did I give them enough over? Oh, yeah. Okay, these are... See, look at all these wasted missiles. Dear God. This is why I really gotta... I'm gonna have to clamp down and probably even make the retaliations against those small battle groups a mission too, just so that way the ships don't end up attacking with like too much force. You know what I mean? There's no reason to send 20 missiles at that battle group. Okay, we got Super Hornets coming out to intercept. My hope is and it looks like the fleet defenses are also going to be taking some pot shots at them too. Well, they still had fuel, and those missiles had fuel, and they still managed to evade. The the Chinese fighters don't know any better, and they're shooting down the missiles. Okay, now we've got American fighters coming in. They're opening up with their weapons. Let's see how this first engagement turns out in this very sloppy, uncoordinated mess. So that's about what? Well, that's still a lot of separation, even at those closer ranges. Yeah, it's about 30 miles separation, and some of these are starting to run out of fuel. Oh, there's no fuel indicator other than what's below. Unless I have something... Nope, I don't have anything popped up. So these are going to rapidly lose speed, but they're so close that in the 15 miles or so that they run out of fuel, they might not lose enough speed to become ineffective. Okay, now we see the fuel burnout. Oh, that is a very quick reduction in speed, especially with the turn there. Okay, so I take back what I said. I think they are definitely going to this guy just lost speed too. I don't think they're going to have the speed to catch up to them. Okay, so that was a little... It looks like the Chinese are shooting back in some case, though. We've got the PL-21, which is that their big bad AEW killer? Range. What's the range? 260 nautical miles? Yeah, that would be their big bad. Okay, we can see, yeah, they're evading these missiles like we thought they would, just because they're just at the cusp of their effective range. If they had released, like, 60 to 90 seconds later, we might have had kills there. And it looks like they're fighting... Okay, they're only firing on, like, confirmed enemies for now. Oh, you can see how that kind of scrolled on there. Now, these PL-21s... How far away did they fire it that this thing is at the end of its fuel? Dear God. But yeah, look at how these just pop up so close. Alright, so let's see if we start getting losses here. We do have more missiles coming in. Actually, we can see really quick, depending on pop-up settings. Losses and expenditures. No U.S. Navy losses, other than I don't know where the hell that cargo drop comes in. Chinese have lost 2 helicopters, 2 frigates, and 4 Hobies. So, well, the Navy actually didn't retaliate against those Hobies this time. And the 2 helicopters that were lost, I think, were on the frigate, so not like a huge deal there. What the hell is going on here? Okay, these clubs are getting intercepted. Alright, so now... See, these missiles are already burning out at their maximum range. There we go. First fighter kill goes to the United States Navy. Boom, that's the second one. We'll see if they score any hits on the Navy. They are firing from extreme range, though. They might on 36,000. So that's probably the AWACS there. There's a 3rd fighter that they lost, and a 4th one. They might have a chance against the AWACS. Because honestly, the fighter screen is not far out enough. I probably should place that further out now. I was kind of worried about SAMs from the ships, but honestly, they die before the fighters are even in the air most of the time. So that's going to be my takeaway from this. What is that? The 5th or 6th fighter now? And this missile... Oh, there goes the whole base, so they are being hit. Okay, yeah, this PL-15 is running out of steam. Another fighter. So here you can see the Chinese are just being blown out of the sky despite their superior numbers. Where are they? What is this being... What do they think they're firing at? Are they firing at their own guys now? What the hell is... Oh, man. Alright. Another one down. Another helicopter destroyed. So that would have been, yeah, part of the screen probably for the, they're still firing missiles, dear God. Yeah, these guys are coming in with just a little bit of fuel remaining. Okay, there, they finally got 1 kill, at least. We can see there's another helicopter destroyed there. But we can look at the losses and expenditures now. Yeah, the Navy's lost... The U.S. Navy has lost 2 Super Hornets, which I don't know why it's not just listed as 2x, but compared to, wait, oh, this is probably, is this CWiz? Yeah, so 100 round CWiz. Wait, no, it could be CWiz, or it could be, I don't know if, oh, hey, look, they're using drones. That's kind of cool. Either that or they were just on the aircraft when they went down. That could be possible too, is that these weren't actually used. Yeah, weapons in stores lost as opposed to expenditures. Okay, so this was what was all on those fighters when they were shot down. That's cool how they differentiate it. As far as expenditures go, 175 AIM 260s. Holy shit! Oh, that's so many. I'm definitely gonna have to tweak the Enterprise's loadout here. But yeah. Meanwhile, China, 6 J10s and 4 flanker copies. So that's a 5-to-1 kill ratio in favor of the U.S. Navy right there. And of course, they're losing the rest of their ships now. Well, the Hobies at least. Okay, you can see they survived being attacked. You can see there's still tons of these missiles. Are these all? There's another one. That's the last Hobie, hopefully, so we won't have any more pop-ups for that. We can see, I think the, another one there. I think the U.S. Navy missile attack on the Chinese main fleet has been destroyed, although by this point they will be sorely lacking in stores. Okay, these guys that launched like right into the like the defense zone here, they are just getting slaughtered. There's another one. And they're launching reinforcements for all the good that's doing them. But yeah, I bet if we go over, this is probably around where I'm going to cut it, because I bet if we go to U.S. Navy, well, they still have a decent payload inbound to these guys, but the yeah, the first round's been defeated. Look at how big that landing queue is, too. They're up to 10th. Maybe 11? No. But they have 10 aircraft in queue trying to land. And if we go to the magazine, is that going to be under weapons? Oh, you know what? That's because we're in the, oh, it's so annoying sometimes. Alright, there we go, magazines. Sorry. That's right, they have a separate aircraft magazine, don't they? Is that under aircraft? No. Where is that? Am I blind? Am I not seeing it? Because I see magazines. Is it? There's not like a separate thing there. Okay, that just tells what to show. Is it under cargo? They changed that? No. But there is a nice new cargo thing there, so that's kind of cool. Maybe it's in here. Unit actions. Edit aircraft? Is it under aircraft? No. Is it under here? Okay, I at least can see what's in the magazines, sort of, indirectly. Here. So they have 142 missiles left still. I do want to increase that amount that they carry, and probably replace the AMRAMs, because right now I imagine with the default magazine it probably carries like, say, I don't know, 400 AMRAMs, 400 JTAMs, but by this point, you know, I want to see the JTAMs phasing out the AMRAMs. And honestly, the only reason the AMRAMs are still in this scenario, to me, is because a lot of the whatchamacallit, what is the word I'm looking for? But basically, a lot of the, like the strike missions, all the non-air superiority loadouts, those carry here magazines, but it just shows me the one. Oh, carrier magazine. This is it. Wow, I'm dumb. Okay. But basically, all the non-air superiority loadouts still use the AMRAM. They don't have a JTAM variant. So yeah, here we can see there were. Apparently they're using some, but 160 AMRAMs by default. They had maybe 200 Sidewinders. I don't know. It's a little weird, but we can see. I'm sure if we scroll down enough. Oh no, they should be around here. Here, yeah, 142 out of 160. So we could probably make a new entry for like 240 JTAMs, because remember we did use the scenario editor to. The first flight is free and doesn't come from the carrier magazines, but all the stuff that needs to be refreshed is coming from the carrier magazines. So that's why these numbers are what they are. We could get rid of this. I think maybe I might have added that way in the beginning, but then this became an option, so fuck it. But yeah, I'm very happy overall, and as we leave off, we can see what the evaluation. Wheel. Okay. That might be something I mess with way in the future. Okay, so we've lost 3 Block 3 Super Hornets, 4, 11, 12, 16 enemy fighters, and 2 enemy helicopters, because I think 2 were on the frigates when they sunk. So a 3-to-16 ratio. That's a little better than 5-to-1. So the ratio is improving, but honestly, attrition is not on the Navy's side here. Especially when you look at like the order of battle. If you wait 5 gajillion years for that to load. Aircraft. And you can see, because like the Navy had, I gave them 3 to 4 squadrons, so maybe no more than 48 fighters. So yeah, whereas the Chinese, if you switch around, then let's check out their order of battle, they have immeasurably more. Yeah, you go by type. They've got all those flounders. That's not going to do them much, but like these J-10s, okay, they still have most of Chi-Chi Squadron. Boomay. It's a long list. Honestly, I wish I could like. Can I select and just see like how many? No, okay. But yeah. So even at 5-to-1. It's going to be a tough fight. And I think the F-35s, once the Super Hornet fleet starts getting attrited down, the F-35s are definitely going to play an outsized role. And the F-18 and the Super Hornets already have a leg up on what we have in service, since these are the Block 3s, which have slightly reduced radar cross-section versus the Block 2s. Not a ton, but, you know, maybe enough to make a difference for someone somewhere someday. But, yeah. Alright, so this is actually finally starting. Oh yeah, then this whole block too. And then we haven't even thrown the enemy carrier fighters into it, although my expectation based on previous results is that they might not last long. So we've got we got a lot of work ahead of us, but this is actually starting to shape up and look like a real all-out battle. So we're finally getting there after like what? I've been working on I've been maybe consistently working on this for a couple months now, but before that it was like off and on for like a year. So, maybe in another year I'll finish it. I guess we'll see. But I think I'm just going to call it quits for now. Um, we've made some progress today, and hopefully tweaking the mission settings in my mind will stick in my mind a little bit more, so I can actually just make those permanent next time. And who knows, maybe I'll just make a short episode next week where it's just, hey, fix the mission, set immediate starts. But we'll see. So until then, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and stay safe out there, and we'll see you then.